Go.
Hello, I'm Mike Fanning. I'm your state senator down here at the State House in Columbia, and I read all the time. Mainly reading in my job in the Senate to research bills to make sure that we pass laws that benefit you. But sometimes I read for pleasure. And today I am reading The Miscalculations of Lightning Girl, and I'm excited to be able to at least share a chapter with you, hoping that you like Lightning Girl as much as I do. It begins. I don't remember the moment that changed my life 4 years ago. Call it a side effect of being struck by lightning. That bolt of electricity burned a small hole in my memory. It also rewired my brain, transformed me into Lucille Fanny Callahan, math genius. I've been told the lightning strike story 42 times, so it's almost like my own memory. I see it perfectly. I'm at the Crystal Creek Apartments where Nana and I lived then. There's not really a creek, just a big dirty fountain in front. I'm playing outside with a girl named Cecilia when the thunderstorm starts. We live in North Carolina and storms happen all the time in the spring and the summer. We watch the storm behind a tool shed. For some reason, I climb on the chain link fence. Maybe 8-year-old me was the daredevil, but 12-year-old me definitely was not. Lightning strikes the fence and the electricity runs through the metal links and then through me. Some of the current even jumps from me to Cecilia. I'm knocked out. Cecilia is just knocked over. She runs and gets help. Joe, the maintenance man, uses a defibrillator on me because the electricity from the lightning stopped my heart. The electricity from the defibrillator starts my heart back up. I do remember the hospital and the black burns on my pale hands. I remember pretending to be asleep while Nana prayed for me next to my bed. I only stayed in the hospital one night. The doctors all did their tests. They said my heart took a 2 to 5 minute nap. I hate that no one knows the exact number. They said I was lucky and I'd be fine. Back to normal in a few days, but doctors are wrong sometimes. A week later, Nana and I were watching TV and a commercial came on for a used car dealership. The man was screaming, so I had to pay attention. That's $359 a month for 48 months, he was saying really loud. Nobody beats Frank Fontana. Nobody. I yelled back, 17,232. What? Nana asked. That's how much that car cost, I said. Did you read that on the TV? No, I just know that 359 times 48 is 17,232. Nana frowned and she shook her head, but then she got up and went to the calculator. What were those numbers again? And I told her. She punched them in and the answer was 17,232. You're right, she sounded surprised. I wasn't surprised, but I guess I should have been. I was only in second grade, and we were still learning addition and subtraction. Nana then turned the television off. She said, quick, what's 99 times 88? 8,712, I asked. Can we have McDonald's for dinner? Nana ignored me and asked me another math problem, and then another math problem. She kept using bigger numbers and bigger digits, but it never got harder. The doctors call my condition acquired savant syndrome. Savant means that my math skills were far beyond normal, and acquired means I wasn't born with this wacky ability. I got it because I was holding a metal fence during a lightning storm. Cecilia didn't get any special powers. We stopped being friends after that. I was busy trying to understand my new brain, and in the fall, Nana and I moved. Acquired savant syndrome is caused by brain damage. I can't say that in front of Nana. She thinks it's a miracle. My Uncle Paul likes to think of it as a superpower, something from a comic book or a movie. But really, I'm brain damaged. Part of my left lobe has been turned off, and now my right lobe works overtime. My condition is really rare. I've never met anyone with it. It's even rarer in females and super rarer in kids. One of my doctors, Dr. Emily Bari, specializes in savant syndrome. She's worked with a lady who can make a drawing so realistic it looks like a photo, and with a guy who can speak any language after hearing it only a few times. I'm her only acquired savant patient. Years ago, Dr. Bari did have a guy who, after hitting his head on the bottom of the swimming pool, could suddenly play the piano. He'd never taken a single lesson, but that guy is dead now from old age. My supercomputer brain can do more than add, subtract, multiply, and divide, which is no more impressive than a $3 calculator. I can also do calendar math. January 14th, 1901 was a Monday. July 2nd, 1975 was a Wednesday. September 30th, 2055 will be a Thursday. Google can do this too, but this is much faster. I also see math. Every number has its own color and shape to me. Take the number 5. It's a jelly bean shape, red, brown, kind of like the color of Carolina mud. The number 12 is a set of cream-colored squares. The number 47 is a fluorescent orange oval. Prime numbers have curves. Non-primes have hard edges. These colors and shape make it fun and easy to play with numbers. I can find patterns in anything from the stock market to baseball games to a piece of cereal. Nana likes to shop bargains. And then there's my number memory ability. I remember every set of numbers I ever hear or see, like license plates or phone numbers or even the digits of pi. Pi is my favorite mathematical constant. But because the digits of pi after the point go on forever and ever and ever, I only let myself recite the numbers to the 314th decimal place. These digits repeat my brain even when I don't want them to. It's like getting a song stuck in your head. Only for me, it's always the same song. Incredibly annoying, but still beautiful. Being a savant does have its downsides, like a guy who hit his head on the pool and could play the piano. He was blind after the accident. I'm not blind, but I do have my own issues. When people meet me, they expect to see Albert Einstein. But instead, they get the one and only freaky Lucy, the girl who can't sit down without making you stare at her because she needs to do it 3 times. The girl who would rather calculate your age down to the hour than talk about your hobbies. The girl who never leaves the house without a supply of Clorox wipes and hand sanitizer. Lucky for me and everybody else, I rarely have to meet people. I'm a reclusive genius. And that's chapter 1 of Stacy McCulty's The Miscalculations of Lightning Girl. When I spend all of my time reading research history on how to build better roads or how to reform the tax codes, sometimes I need to find a book that's just fun to read. And reading about a kid who gets struck by lightning and is all of a sudden a genius is neat and it's exciting, and it takes me away from all the dreariness of politics and legislative matters and allows me to live a fantasy life for a while. I hope you liked enough of this book that you're going to want to check it out. As you can see, I checked mine out from the library, and there's plenty more left of the story of Lucy and her lightning strikes. I've heard nothing but good things about each one of you. Your teacher's been bragging on you to me. I just wanted to pop into your life and into your schoolroom to tell you, number 1, how I use reading every single day, to tell you how much I love it, whether it be for work or for pleasure, but to challenge you to read as much as you can, and hopefully I have enticed you to pick up The Miscalculations of Lightning Girl. Goodbye.